Welcome to another installment of our nvQuickTheme video series. Today we're super excited to share with you a new feature that has been included in nvQuickTheme 2.1.0. In the release notes on GitHub, you'll see in the enhancements section that we have added support for Browsersync. Browsersync, for those of you that do not know, is a Node.js module that essentially uses live reload to synchronize changes in local code with the browser. So it watches for any changes to things like CSS or JavaScript, awaits compilation, and automatically reloads that in the browser so that everything is synchronized without you having to manually refresh your browser each time and await compilation. So it really saves a lot of time in your local development workflow. Let's see it in action. I have used nvQuickSite to set up a local DNN instance, and I've used the domain nvQuickTheme.loc. I've cloned the nvQuickTheme GitHub repo into my portals _default skins nvQuickTheme folder. I have built the project, and I have applied the theme to the site that you see here. I've added some basic content here so that we can get a bit of a feel for what it will look like. Let's take a look in code to see the new Browsersync function and what we may have to do locally in order to utilize it. Normally, you would not have to open up gulpfile.js and make any changes whatsoever. However, with Browsersync, you'll notice that there is a new gulp command called gulp serve. And Browsersync utilizes a proxy. So when Browsersync runs the website, it's going to run it under localhost on port 3000. But it's essentially proxying it to whatever local DNN instance you're utilizing based on the domain name. So for instance, if you were using dnndev.me for your local DNN instance, you would change this proxy to match your domain name, and then it would function properly. So in this case, I've set it up to match the default here. Let's go over into PowerShell or Command Prompt or your favorite terminal, and let's run gulp serve. Now at this point, we're expecting it to serve up the website on local host port 3000. So let's run gulp serve. And it should open up a new browser window at localhost with port 3000. Now it looks just like the website that we saw matching nvQuickTheme.loc, because it is. It's really just proxying through a different domain name here, localhost port 3000. I can navigate the site just like I would any other instance of this, but you'll notice one difference. Every time I refresh the page or go to a different page, you'll see a notification in the top right corner that Browsersync is connected. This lets you know that you're utilizing Browsersync. So let's see it in action with making some code changes. Now, before we actually make code changes, I recommend that you make a few changes in your browser here. What you're going to do is open up the developer tools by right-clicking and inspect. This is a typical practice anyways for local development, so nothing new here. You'll want to go to the application page or tab and make sure that update on reload is checked. This is in the service workers application section. You'll also want to go to the network tab and make sure that disable cache is also checked. This will make sure that while the developer tools are open, that it is not utilizing cache for Browsersync or any reloads that you do manually here. All right, so with developer tools open, we're going to toggle over into Visual Studio Code and make some changes. What we want to do is we want to change the color of the bar up at the top. It is currently brown, and that's using the tertiary color within the theme. So let's go find that. That's under Source, Sass, Variables, Colors, and we're looking for the tertiary color. Let's change this to a named color called teal. I'm going to save and immediately flip over to the browser, and you'll see that it'll reload with the teal color there. So now the browser window is automatically reloading, and once it reloads, it should be teal in the top bar. And it is, just like we expected. So notice I did not have to manually refresh my browser window, so that saved a lot of time, and it automatically compiled the SAS that I was using there as well. So let's change it back just to see it in action. I will undo, save, toggle over. Notice that it's already reloading, and it should be brown once it refreshes, and it is. Now, if we go back over to our PowerShell window here, you'll see that for the two saves that I did, it went ahead and did the compilation and minification and everything and reloaded the browsers, and you get those type of notifications in here as well. But the server is still running just as expected, so we can make other changes and see those changes live in there. So you can see that this is a huge time saver. We hope you love this new feature. Let us know if you have any questions or ideas for improvement on this. Thanks, and have a great day.